and athletes. This gentleman sitting next to me here happens to be both. Okay? This is none other than Cy Emery, author of the book Hiding in the Light, but we also know him as Brother Emery Cook. So we had to put that in, and we thank God for Brother Emery Cook. He's done a fantastic work, and he's done so much work in his life that on the line we have another person who was actually a student under Emery Cook when he coached at Susquehanna Township High School. This person on the phone that we're about to talk to, his former student, a member of the world famous Harlem Globetrotters, is none other than Christopher Franklin, also a native of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Chris, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Great, great,
Awesome.
great.
Good to hear you, Chris.
Great. It is good to hear Christopher Franklin on the line. Brother Thomas, thank you for hooking this whole thing up. We want to talk about authors and athletes. So I'm going to get right on it. Folks, one thing that you don't know about Christopher Franklin, myself, Cy Emery, also known as Emery Cook, is that we all are brothers of something called Phi Nu Pi. We are all brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi.
Amen.
And we thank God for that as well.
Yes.
So, although our relationship, Brother Franklin and Brother Emery, go way back, I want Brother Emery to give us the backdrop on your relationship with our caller, Chris Handles Franklin of the world famous Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, wow. First of all, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. I met Chris while as a student at Susquehanna Township. I taught at Susquehanna for 28 years. I'm a retired school teacher. And Chris was in my second or third, maybe fourth year as a freshman. Very interesting young man, very outspoken, but also a gentleman. Worked very, very hard in class, tremendous athlete, and we've actually been pretty good friends ever since. I would like to think, hopefully, I might have been an inspiration somewhere along the line because he chose our great fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi, and I was the only Kappa that was basically in the building at that particular time. So yeah.
Chris, can you respond to that?
Yes. Of course, Coach Cook, which we still call him to this day, was always a mentor of mine, still to this day. You know, decisions that I had to make throughout life, most of the time I'm running them by Coach Cook. So definitely a big influence and a great mentor. Continues to be a great mentor.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. Now, Chris, while we have you up on the line, I want to also tell our audience some of the things that you are doing in the greater Harrisburg community. And one of the things that you're about to embark upon again, I know you've been doing it for several years, this great camp.
Yes, I have a basketball camp.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing this basketball camp for 15 years now. It's not just a basketball camp. I think it's important for athletes and not just athletes, but people that have gone on to some sort of success to try to get back and instill those positive seeds back to the youth coming up. So my camp is not only a basketball camp, but when they're not in camp, they have to go to classes and they learn stuff like self-esteem, leadership skills. They learn from different community leaders throughout the community. As a matter of fact, Coach Cook comes and speaks to my kids every single year. Yes. But I have different leaders and people from the community that come and help teach the kids or speak to the kids. So it's been an amazing program and something that I hope to always continue.
Great, great, great. So this year, your camp will take place where and when?
Susquehanna Township Middle School, August 6th to the 9th. And it goes every day from 9 to 4. We provide lunch for the kids. And not only is it a place where they can learn a lot about basketball, but more importantly, learn a lot about life. And, you know, I think it's important to help make sure our kids are successful. They have so many things or pressures in society to do negative things. And I always try to let it be known that the right thing to do is the cool thing to do, and I try to instill that in the kids that come to my camp.
Great, 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 great. So the other thing we wanted to ask you about, have you ever thought about writing about some of the experiences that you've had as a Globetrotter?
Actually, yes. I've been working on a book for a number of years, and hopefully can have it out sometime soon. But definitely about you know, I wanted to be a Harlem Globetrotter since I was 6 years old. It was a lifelong dream, and I'm living that dream. Been playing with the Globetrotters for 12 years now, and had the opportunity to travel to 83 countries around the world, every state in the U.S. So I hopefully can help inspire someone else who has a dream or who has a goal that they want to attain.
That is outstanding, outstanding. Well, we're going to be talking with Brother Cook here with regards to his book, Hiding in the Light. This is a very deep book. I've gone through the first 3 chapters and I'm quenching for more. So I need to get the book, and I will do that. Hiding in the Light. Tell us a little bit about your book and what prompted you to write Hiding in the Light.
Okay, well, my book, Hiding in the Light, is on the effects of bullying, with the overall theme being accepted, or acceptance. We all want to be accepted, and at some point or another, we all probably have been bullied.
Yes.
The book is, well, I would say probably about 70% my story, but the other 30% is the story of some of my students, former students, some of my former basketball players, individuals that I worked with, who also was made to feel marginalized. So it took me about 2 years to write the book. I write about things that affected me when I taught, and bullying was one of those things. I can't tell you the number of times I taught with kids who felt that they were bullied, how many times I interceded when I thought I saw bullying. And then I remembered myself as a kid being bullied. And that's where I started with in this series, which is entitled The Hunt. There's going to be 3 titles in The Hunt, with the first being Hiding in the Light. So the title kind of jumps at you right away. How do you hide
In the Light.
in the light? Well, this young man, Joseph Graham, is actually trying to hide in the light. And to hide in the light, you have to pretend. You have to pretend that the hurt doesn't hurt. There's people hiding in the light every day, hiding their pain, their hurt, their abuses, but you wouldn't know it because they put on a different persona.
Right.
They laugh, they smile, and you would never know that they're going through with what they're going through. So that's what this kid is doing. He actually has 1 or 2 alter egos, which he kind of morphs into to help him sustain himself when he's being bullied. But not only is the kid that's being bullied hiding in the light, but the bully is also hiding in the light.
Wow.
Because bullies bully from a position of power, and a lot of times the bully has been bullied himself. So he or she may come after someone to shine a light on them to try to keep it offered themselves. So the title itself has a double meaning.
It's a double meaning.
Yes.
So, Brother Franklin, have you ever dealt with maybe children who are in your program who have suffered from bullying, or even as an athlete, come across people who felt that they had something to prove when it comes to bullying?
Yes, I think all the time. I think it's something that plagues our community, and I think it's important to give kids tools that they can use to help fight bullying. That's why I think the book Hiding in the Light is so good. It says a nice life. I had the opportunity to read the book and of course support the book. I think it definitely sheds some light on such a prevalent problem. But growing up as a kid, I think we've all experienced some form of bullying. As a matter of fact, myself, for years, I would say I wanted to be a Harlem Globetrotter. People would laugh and joke. They would say I dribble too much. And ironically, now I travel around the world dribbling a basketball for them. So I try to reciprocate that information to kids. Be true to yourself, believe in yourself, and all things are possible. But it's important to give kids tools that they can use to help fight against bullying.
That's true. That's true.